Good afternoon. Welcome to Nashville, Arkansas, the site of the 4A South Regional Baseball Tournament. It is Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball here on YouTube. Jonathan Wolf with you. Wes O'Hara here as well this afternoon as the Cardinals, maybe a little disappointedly, playing for third place this afternoon. We're glad you're with us. Third game in 3 days as the Cardinals come in playing in the consolation game. Cardinals losing yesterday to Nashville by a final of 8-7 in 7 innings. They'll be taking on the number 1 seeded Bauxite Miners from the 7-4A. They lost yesterday to the Magnolia Panthers, and so Bauxite and the Cardinals playing for third place seeding into the state tournament. Of course, both teams going to state along with Magnolia and Nashville, but definitely not how they wanted to do it. Would like to be in that championship game this afternoon later at 3 o'clock. But there's a lot to play for as the Cardinals, again, playing for that number 3 seed, going to try to get that as they would go on to state tournament and play the number 4 seed out of the north or east. I do not remember. I looked at that bracket a moment ago, but have since forgotten. They would be the 4th out of the east, Wes says. He's trying to work on some stats as we get ready to play. You can see at home plate, or you will be able to see in just a moment, I guess, at home plate, the coaches are meeting. Coach Troy Keith out there discussing with the coach of the Miners and the 3 umpires. They are talking over the ground rules, getting ready to play, exchanging lineups. And we've got lineups for you as well. But real quick, the Cardinals, they come in. They won the first game against Arkadelphia back on Thursday. That was a final of 14-1. They came into yesterday's semifinal game against Nashville and just did not play exceptional baseball, specifically early on the defensive side. Magnolia, or rather Nashville, got off to a 2-0 start. Then Cardinals scored a couple in the bottom half of the first inning. It was 2-2. Then some defensive miscues, misplays in the second inning gave a couple of runs to Nashville. Cardinals seemed to get tight at the plate, did not hit well. Good pitching effort by Garrett Willard, and shut down the Cardinals for the next 5 innings. Nashville tacked on a couple of runs in the 5th, a couple of runs in the 7th. But then, in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Cardinals came in, started putting together hits, and ended up scoring several runs, but just could not get enough across. 8-7 was the final. Cardinals lose. They go to 16-6. On the season, but again, lots to play for today, and they will do their best to defeat the Bauxite Miners and take the third place seeding into the state tournament. Starting lineups this afternoon for the Cardinals. Martavius Thomas will be starting things off at his normal leadoff position and center field rather. A.J. Smith will be playing second base and batting second. Gunnar Branch will be at third base and batting third. The DH is Carson McKinney this afternoon. He'll be batting cleanup. Logan Robertson will be behind the plate batting 5th. Tripp O'Hara is batting 6th, playing first base. Michael Sewell in the lineup this afternoon. He will be batting 7th and playing left field. Kevin Fain is going to be playing right field and batting 8th. And Richard Clardy is at shortstop, batting 9th. Jeffrey Neal, the pitcher this afternoon, is not scheduled to bat at the moment. So it's Thomas, Smith, Branch, McKinney, Robertson, O'Hara, Sewell, Fain, and Clardy. And Neal will be pitching, not in the lineup at the moment. For the Miners, the Bauxite Miners bring an order of Easton Dinwiddie. He's leading things off playing center field. Caleb Goins is the shortstop. He's batting second for the Miners. The DH is Dawson Goins. He's batting third. Jackson Reagan will be, or Regan, he's batting fourth and pitching for the Miners this afternoon. Ethan Matthews is batting 5th and playing second base. Austin Hillis is batting 6th and playing third base. Aiden Palmer is batting 7th and playing right field. Junior Acosta is going to be behind the plate batting 8th, and Jackson Lindsay is batting 9th, playing first base. Hunter Farrell is the left fielder. He is not batting. Dinwiddie, Goins, Regan, Matthews, Hillis, Palmer, Acosta, Lindsay, and Farrell playing left field, not batting. So Regan is on the mound getting his warm-up tosses, as you can see, or maybe you can't. Let's see if we can find out where that is. There he is. And he's getting his warm-up tosses, and we're just about ready for the first pitch. This is the final game of the regional tournament for the Cardinals, playing for the 3rd seed. And after this, the Cardinals will move on to the state tournament, which starts next Thursday up in Morrilton. This will be our final broadcast, as we will not be broadcasting from the state tournament. But we are glad to be able to bring it to you this afternoon if you haven't been able to make the trip over to Nashville. It's been a lot of fun, beautiful facility. Again, it's a turf infield till right behind where the dirt would be, and then it turns back to grass. The outfield is all grass. Short park, 315 down the lines, 330 in the power alleys, 345 dead center. Wind is blowing out today, blowing out pretty stiffly to center field. If the ball gets lifted, it's going to travel, and we'll see how that plays into this ball game this afternoon. Throw goes down to second base, and it is time for the first pitch of this consolation 3rd place game at the regional tournament. Jonathan Wolf, Wes O'Hara. Wes, you there?
I'm here.
He's there now. He's got all of his stuff. We're out in the sunshine. It's hard to see our screens, so we're doing the best we can there. All right, first pitch time. And the pitch comes into Thomas, and right off the bat, he's swinging a hard shot line to the second baseman. Caught for an out, but Wes, we talked about it on the way over here. Cardinals are going to come out swinging, and right there is an example.
That's exactly right. I think they're a little disappointed after yesterday, and they're coming out here with a little bit to prove today.
No doubt some disappointment in the Cardinals side. Strike one to A.J. Smith, but a lot to play for. You're playing for seeding, and again, you're right, playing to represent the 8-4A. They're the #1 seed. They're the 1st place in the conference. You want to play like conference champs.
That's right.
We didn't for a couple of innings. Nashville took advantage of that yesterday. There's a ball hit back up the middle. Slowly hit, fielded by the second baseman. The throw across just in time. Nice play by the second baseman, Matthews. He had to field that right in front of the bag and throw as he was running towards third base. So a good play. And that brings up Gunnar Branch. He will bat with nobody on and 2 outs. There's a strike from the pitcher, Regan. Into the windup, Regan comes with a pitch. Strike on the outside. I tell you what, Wes, that was out there close to that white line of the left-handed batter's box. If he's going to call it all day, I'm sure that both pitchers will play there.
Well, he called it in the last inning yesterday,
He
so
did.
I don't know why we would expect anything less.
Breaking pitch hit to the third baseman. It's picked up by the first baseman. The throw was a little short. Good pick. Branch is out. 3 up, 3 down inning here for the Cardinals. They will go to the field. Bauxite coming to the plate, 0-0. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Bottom of the first inning, 0-0 the score. Cardinals went quietly in the top half of the first. And gonna have to play a little defense, get some good pitching. Cardinals set up in this tournament. They were able to get a short outing from Neal. Cardinals put a lot of runs on the board against Arkadelphia. Neal came out less than 50 pitches, so he's free to pitch as much as he can today. 110 pitches. Ooh, right off the bat, he throws the changeup, and the batter is Easton Dinwiddie. He was way out in front of it. Next pitch coming is looked like another changeup right there that Dinwiddie just swung over, got a piece of it into the glove of Robertson, and it's quickly an 0-2 count. He throws another one outside. It's in the dirt, swing and a miss, throw down to first base, and right off the bat, boy, I tell you, Neal looks pretty sharp with that changeup, Wes. Oh, I got you turned down. I'm sorry.
He does look sharp with that changeup. Got a little bit of run on it. It fades out right there at the end, and they're swinging over the top of that pitch right now. And when he's on, that's what's going on.
Caleb Goins is the batter. He is the shortstop. He fouls it back out of play. Neal pitched a great game on Thursday. Again, got a lot of offensive support. Gonna try out another one. There's another changeup that is popped up to the right side. O'Hara is underneath it, and Goins is out for out number 2. It brings up Dawson Goins. He's the DH. He'll bat with nobody on and 2 outs. Pretty good sized kid at the plate. Looked like maybe a change up there that just stayed outside. Branch up on the grass at third base. There's another pitch, stays outside. Middle of the infield, Clardy and Smith rather are playing about normal. Big swing and a miss right there from Goins. He looked like to be a little bit out in front of it.
Yes, he did.
Another swing and a miss, and right now Jeffrey Neal is missing bats, and that's what you like to see. Man, that's a good-looking pitch.
He's showing that fastball away, and they're just not getting anything on that changeup at all.
A tapper back to Neal. Throw over to first base, and clean inning. 3 up, 3 down. 0-0 our score. We go to the second. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball on YouTube. It's the second inning of the third place game here at the just the 4A. It's not the 8-4A. It's the 4A regional baseball tournament in Nashville. Cardinals went quietly in the top half of the first. Got a clean inning in the bottom half from Jeffrey Neal. And first pitch swinging Carson McKinney. Popped it to the right side. The right fielder catches it in foul territory for out number 1. And quickly, it is 1 out with Logan Robertson coming to the plate. Robertson pitched yesterday against Nashville and really had a great outing. Obviously, the score, not what the Cardinals wanted, but again, mistakes in the game hurt. There's a hard shot to the shortstop. He fields it, throws across in time, a little bit up the line. The first baseman, Lindsey, has to catch it and make the tag. Robertson's out. We talked about on the way over here, Wes, you know, how's this game going to go? And one of the things that was said was, I think the Cardinals are going to come out swinging. They have surely done that, putting every ball into play.
Yeah.
But just finding Bauxite players. Let's see if Tripp can't locate one somewhere else. Fastball right down the middle. Tripp likes to watch that first one.
Well, I think that's kind of been the approach all year from a lot of the guys.
He hits one to the shortstop, got on top of it. Shortstop throws across a little bit high and safe. The first baseman, Lindsey, he had to jump to catch it. Good hustle by O'Hara. The tag was just a little bit late, and O'Hara is on base with an error on the shortstop. So the Cardinals have a base runner with 2 outs, and now Michael Sewell comes to the plate. Sewell, this will be his first at bat in the regional tournament. He has played defensively in left field, but he bats here with 2 outs. Sewell only has 17 plate appearances in varsity plays, batting .188. Swings at the first one he sees, fouls it off to the left side.
Well, this is kind of where you see if your young pup's going to bite a little bit. Sewell's been itching for his chance, and let's hope he takes advantage of it here.
Squared to bunt and missed the ball. Not a bad idea, and it was a good pitch to bunt. He just took his eyes off and missed it.
Running before he's bunting.
So it is an 0-2 count. Next pitch coming, swing and a miss, and Sewell is down on strikes. So the Cardinals, they get a base runner on an error. No runs, of course, scored, no hits, 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Back to Wilson Park here in Nashville. A 0-0 ball game against the Cardinals and the Miners of Bauxite. Jeffrey Neal back on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. Ball thrown low to the batter, Jackson Regan, the pitcher. He swings, man, I tell you, he's throwing that changeup, and they just are swinging right over the top of it.
The bottom has fallen out.
He did it again, and Regan swings over the top of it. Again, it's a 1-2 count. Neal quickly back to work. Does it again. Ball bounces in front. Swing and a miss. Robertson picks it up. Throws to O'Hara at first base. It's out number 1 here in the second. So that brings in the second baseman, Ethan Matthews. He'll dig in with 1 out, nobody on. Squares the bunt, fouls it over to the right side. The lost art of bunting. I'm trying to think in the whole season that we've played, of all the teams we've played and us, how many bunts? Maybe five good bunts?
Yes.
All season long? Everything's about power. You know, doubles, home runs.
And there's not a lot of moving runners anymore either, and even less bunting for a hit.
He squares the bunt again. Strike called. He turned away from it. He thought it was going to run in on him, and it ran into the strike zone is what it did. That might have been that two-seam fastball that Jeffrey throws. Oh, my goodness. Holy cow. What a pitch and not a call.
That was definitely a strike last night.
Logan looked over the dugout, just shook his head. Here comes the next pitch. Swinging a tapper in front of the plate. Robertson picks it up. Nice bare hand play. Throw is there. Oh, that's what you have a 6'6", 6'5" first baseman for. The throw was offline, but he was able to reach and catch it, and that foot hit the bag, and the out is made. And it is a two outs, nobody on here in the second inning. That brings up Austin Hillis, the third baseman. He watches a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. That looked like a breaking pitch right there from Neal. He's quickly back to work. Swing and a miss. That's the changeup. And Hillis, who was the pitcher of record yesterday against Magnolia, is 0-2. He watches a pitch outside, a waste pitch from Neal. And it is a ball, 1 ball, 2 strike count, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Neal, beautiful pitching this afternoon. 3 up, 3 down for the Miners. We go to the top of the third inning, 0-0. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Third inning here in Nashville. The third place game of the 4A regional tournament against the Camden Fairview Cardinals and the Bauxite Miners. Jonathan Wolf with you, and Jake Morgan has decided to come back. It's good.
I'm back. It's good to be here.
It's good to be having you beside us. And Wes O'Hara keeping stats, and we're going to see if the Cardinals can't get on the board here in the third inning with Kevin Fain, Richard Clardy, and Martavius Thomas coming to the plate. First pitch swinging from Fain is a swing and a miss for strike 1. And again, the Cardinals coming out, ready to hit the ball. There's a pitch low, ball 1 from the pitcher, Regan. Both pitchers have pitched well this game, hitting spots. Cardinals have actually made contact on all but one batter through the lineup so far. There's a swing and a foul tip. Fain fouls it back. It's a 1-2 count. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But Cardinals need to do something. Try to get the ball rolling here in this third inning. Fain fouls it off to the left side. Regan does not seem to throw exceptionally hard. I haven't seen a lot of movement on a breaking pitch. If it's been, I haven't seen it. But he's just hitting his spots, and Cardinals are just finding players when they hit the ball. There's a pop-up to the right side. It's going to stay in play because of the wind. The first baseman is over. He makes the catch. That's Lindsey, and Fain fouls out for the first out of the third inning.
Now batting for the Cardinals, the shortstop, number 6, Richard Clardy.
Cardinals did not hit the ball well yesterday in the first half of the game, but then the ball got rolling in the 7th, 5 hits in the inning. Trying to make a comeback against the Scrappers, just could not do it. There's a bunt. We talked about that a moment ago, and Clardy is going to beat it out.
He beat it out.
He beat it out by just a half of a
He put
step.
that ball in a good spot. I don't think they were expecting it.
Well, that makes us look good since we were talking about bunting a while ago. But a good bunt. The pitcher rather fielded it. Regan, he fielded it well, made a good strong throw. It did look like when that ball hit the turf, it almost died. It just kind of died right there.
No bounce.
And that helped us. And so we've got our first hit of the ball game, a bunt single by Richard Clardy, the senior. And that's going to roll the lineup over to Martavius Thomas. Pretty good lead from Clardy. They check on him over there. He's back safely. Thomas had a hard shot to the second baseman in the first inning. Watches a breaking pitch there that misses the zone just a little bit. That ball had a little bit of a loop, but
wasn't much to it, though.
it's not a large break. Now, we don't know Bauxite's pitching situation, how they ran through pitchers, how many pitchers they had. Clardy's off to the races. He's going to get in safely ahead of the tag. It looked like the shortstop was a little bit slow getting to the base. The throw was on line, just a bounce in front of the base, but Cardinals, they have a runner in scoring position here with 1 out in the third inning.
That catcher threw from his knees. That was a pretty good shot there.
1-1 count. That last pitch was a ball. Here comes the next one. Ball hit back up the middle. Second baseman. He fields it. Going to throw across. He gets Thomas by a step. Clardy goes over to third base. So 90 feet away from a lead right here in this ball game. Top of the third inning. 0-0 the score. And that brings up A.J. Smith.
Now batting for the Cardinals, the second baseman, number 4,
Smith.
Anthony Smith.
He got a hit in that 7th inning. Scored a run yesterday for the Cardinals. Base hit here, scores a run and gives the Cardinals a lead. Boy, the left fielder shifts over to left center field. Man, what a gap on the left side in the outfield. And that ball's going to go that way. And a base hit for A.J. Smith, and the Cardinals have the lead.
I like that. Come up there first pitch, you go to work and, make it happen.
So the senior gets a base hit, an RBI, and the Cardinals get the lead here in the third inning.
The third baseman, number 5, Gunnar Branch.
Gunnar Branch comes to the plate. I think he'd like to get one like he did on Thursday.
Yeah.
Put it up in the wind. He wouldn't need a lot of assistance from that ball, but he'd get plenty of it today with the wind blowing as it is. Left, center, kind of swirling around, but it is surely blowing out. Check on the runner over at first. Smith is back safely. Here comes the pitch. That ball hits Gunnar, and while he doesn't like it, he will take first base. And Cardinals trying to do something here with 2 outs. Nothing wrong with rolling with 2 outs. That brings up Carson McKinney. He's batting .435, 31 RBIs. He's tied with Branch on that in that category. He can pick up another 1, 2, or maybe even 3 right here.
Be a good time to pick up 3.
Oh, and they give him the third base line, the left field line. And there's the ball to the left side. That's a base hit. Going to hold Smith up. Nope, he's coming home. The throw's coming in. He's safe. He ran through the stop sign from Coach Keith, but it ends up scoring a run for the Cardinals. So an RBI single from Carson McKinney, and the Cardinals in business here in the third. Branch stayed at second base. So it's runners at first and second now. With 2 outs, and Logan Robertson to the plate. Here comes the pitch. That pitch is way high for ball number 1. Back-to-back, well, not back-to-back, rather. We had a hit by pitch in between, but a couple of RBI singles in this 3rd inning. It's 2-0 Cardinals with 2 outs and runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. That runs a little inside, crosses the black, though, says the umpire, and it is strike 1. Logan batting .286. Takes one off the left hip, and now the bases are loaded for Trip O'Hara. That is not what the Miners wanted to do. And Trip,
no, I don't think so,
is going to bat and try his best to get some runs in for the Cardinals. So 2 hit by pitches this inning. Had a bunt single. Had a couple of RBI singles to the left side. And now the coach for Bauxite wanted to have a little visit with his infield. Michael Maddox is the head coach, according to Scorebook Live. We'll just have to trust that. Cardinals playing for seeding, as we've mentioned, in the state tournament. State tournament is in Morrilton. That's next Thursday, starts next Thursday. They will, if they win, be the 3rd seed out of this region and would play the 4th seed out of the north. I think that's what Wes, we just talked about this and I forgot, Jake. The bracket is set up so all the ones, there's 3 regions, all the ones get a bye. And then the 2 from the south get a bye. So both Magnolia and Nashville, depending, it doesn't matter how they finish, they both will get a bye at state tournament. But the Cardinals relegated to this one, the 3rd place game, trying to pick up the win against Bauxite. Bases are loaded. Trip O'Hara at the plate. Here comes the pitch. Nope, a step off. Is Trip first pitch swinging? He doesn't do that often.
He needs to. I think if he hangs one up there where Trip likes it, I think he'll go for it.
Here comes the pitch. Nope, it's outside.
I think had that been over the plate, he would have sure took it.
2 outs, bases loaded. Regan delivers, stays outside there. Nowhere to put Trip, but at the same time, they're not wanting to give him anything to drive.
I can probably imagine what that coach said to his pitcher was, do not throw anything inside of this kid and nothing at the belt.
There's a ball lifted to right field, right center. That ball's going back. The right fielder is there, though. He makes the catch. O'Hara just missed that one. And so the Cardinals leave the bases stranded. But they do get 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning. Excuse me, no errors in the inning. That was last inning. No errors and 3 left on base. It's 2-0 in favor of the Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball here on YouTube. It's the bottom of the third inning. The Cardinals scored 2 in the top of the third. And now trying to get through this bottom of the third of the minors. Jeffrey Neal's first pitch is a little short, ball 1. It's been a clean game for Jeffrey so far. He's faced the minimum. Next pitch in to the batter, Aiden Palmer, is ball 2. Throws one just a little bit high for ball number 3. Here comes the next one, way outside, and the Miners, they have a base runner.
Now batting for the Miners will be the catcher.
That brings up Junior Acosta. He is the catcher. He'll bat here with the runner on first and no outs. Ball popped back behind us, out of play. Now Acosta squares the bunt. Branch runs up. He pulls the bat back, acted like he was going to swing. The ball bounced in front of Robertson and away, and so the runner, Palmer, makes it down to second base on the wild pitch. So it's a 1-1 count on Acosta. See if he squares the bunt. He does. Pulls it back, swings and misses at the changeup. Runs the count 1-2.
It's up in the very front of that box.
Squares the bunt again, pulls it back, swings at the changeup. Throw down to first base, and it's another strikeout.
Now batting for the Miners will be the first baseman.
Robertson getting his work in for sure, but that's why you got him back there. Jeffrey can feel confident to throw that changeup,
right.
Let it fall into the dirt. They swing over the top of it. Nothing wrong with a strikeout 2-3. Here's the number 9 batter. He squares the bunt, pops it up. Robertson, oh, he dives trying to make the catch. Cannot come up with it, just out of his reach.
It took him just a second to find that ball. Made a good effort at it.
The batter is Jackson Lindsay. He's the first baseman.
Oh, you're trying to get that runner to third base.
1 out here, 0-1 count. The runner is Palmer. Squares the bunt again. This one gets down to the third base side. Going to be a tough play. Throw is across. Oh, it's out.
Man.
That's going to give up a run. The throw from Branch was offline. Smith couldn't get there. Now is a tag at second. Oh, goodness, that was a close play. As the right fielder, Fain, got to the ball at the fence in foul territory, makes a throw back to Clardy at second. The tag was just a little bit late. And so Bauxite gets a run in and has a runner at second base still with 1 out and back to the top of the order in Easton Dinwiddie. And changeup falls out of the zone. We'll see how Bauxite adjusts to the changeup after not hitting it well in the first 2 innings. They've seen it once. Let's see what happens. Dinwiddie at the plate. He struck out. He watches the second one for ball number 2.
I don't know why they wouldn't have left Tripp at first instead of bringing him in.
Cardinals lead this one 2-1. We're in the third inning. Miners threatening with a runner at second. Neal comes home, misses the zone. 3-0 count. He's already walked 1 this inning. He scored. That was Palmer. He was the leadoff batter of the inning. He got a strikeout, Neal did, of Acosta. Then Lindsay laid down that bunt. Now there's another walk, 4-pitch walk to the leadoff batter, Easton Dinwiddie. And Coach Keith not going to let this one go much longer without a conversation. He had to have a conversation yesterday with his infield in the second inning after some pretty abysmal play. Coach Keith trying to settle his guys in. It's an all-senior infield. You got the senior Neal on the mound. You got the junior Robertson behind the plate. Do what we've been doing all year long. That's what.
You can hit that defense and come to the plate, swing the bat.
Jeffrey pitches, bunt, down to Branch. Going to be another tough play. Throw across this time. The ball goes away, and a run's going to score. Smith looks to be injured, and we've got runners at second and third with one out. Smith bent over. I don't know if it hit. If he got hit in the head. I don't know what happened there.
It's like the kid's shoulder probably hit him.
So 2 bunts in a row. Well, minus the walk in between, I guess. Pardon me on that. But and you know, Jake, you got to give credit to Bauxite. That's a pretty good way to beat that changeup.
Yeah.
Hey, square to bunt if you see it's there.
Hit it, yeah.
That's right, and they've done a good job. They've scored 2 runs and tied this game up here in the third inning. The runner for Bauxite that ran into Smith, he walks over. He was rubbing his shoulder, so yep, looks like you may be right. Looks like they collided, maybe a shoulder to Smith. The batter was Caleb Goins. So we'll see if Smith is going to be able to remain. Smith took a pretty good lick. Throw was up the line just a little bit from Branch, and the collision was made. Coach Keith standing with his players. Coach Carmody out there. They're trying to check on the senior. He gets him a drink of water. The Cardinals, Jake, yesterday, not to take anything away from Nashville, they took advantage of the mistakes the Cardinals made, had timely hitting. But the Cardinals have had a tendency throughout the year on the games where they've struggled or the games they've lost, they've had a tendency to somewhat beat themselves.
Right.
The other teams obviously take advantage of that. You can think about Warren. We had a drop fly ball that was due to the sun. We had a drop fly ball yesterday due to the sun, gave up a couple of runs. And, you know, it's just kind of the way it is. We've got to take advantage of the other team's mistakes, but we surely need to try to limit ours. And a couple of mistakes here have netted Bauxite a couple of runs, and it's still just one out and runners at second and third.
Right.
We're in the middle of the order. This is Dawson Goins, the DH. Cardinals going to have to get out of this jam. He squares the bunt. Again, he gets a called strike. They'll pull the bat back. That ball did not drop quite as much as Goins thought it would, and it's a strike. Beating the changeup with the bunt. Interesting tactic, and it's worked so far. There's the changeup again, and this time Goins swings over the top of it, and it's an 0-2 count.
It's the name of the game is to score runs.
That ball bounces off the turf into, look like the mask of Robertson. It stays in front. A good block right there. It slide hard to his left. It's a 1-2 count to the number 3 batter Goins. There's another one. That one's to the backstop, and now Bauxite has the lead by a score of 3-2. How will the Cardinals respond? We saw them yesterday take some time to respond. You don't have a lot of time to do that today. Surely can't take a lot. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a line drive base hit, scores another run for Bauxite. That one goes out to left field. So Goins has an RBI single.
Just out of the reach of Gunner over there. I think he, good hard hit ball.
Got a courtesy runner. Gustavo Rico is the courtesy runner, running for the DH. Jackson Regan, the pitcher, comes to the plate and try to help his team and himself out. Check on the runner at first. He's back safely. Pitch coming, lays down the bunt. It's a beauty. Robertson's going to pick it up and go to first base. It is not in time. He looked to go to second, decided then to go to first. It was too late, and Regan is on base. Cardinals not looking like the team that they are.
Now batting for the Miners, second baseman number 8, Ethan Matthews.
Going to have another courtesy runner here as the pitcher. Regan's going to, nope, change. Regan's going back to the base.
Can't help but look for another bunt right here.
Absolutely. I would keep bunting the ball till we can defend it. Somebody needs a lot of fire under these boys. It's 4-2. There's the bunt, laid down. Neal fields it, throws over to first. It's out of play. An error, run scored. And now they're going to score. No, they didn't run. They should have. Tripp O'Hare is sitting on his rear end at first base. The ball comes in from Fain, not hit the cutoff man. Tripp wasn't there to grab it, but luckily the guy at third base, the pitcher Regan, did not run. So Coach Keith comes out. Neal's day is done. So we're going to have a pitching change. It's 5-2. And I can't imagine the frustration that Coach Keith has right now and his guys who are a much better baseball team than what they're showing today.
Right.
I don't know if it's a situation where they feel there's nothing to play for because they lost yesterday or what, but give Bauxite credit. They are, again, just like we talked a minute ago, taking advantage of our mistakes. They're great game plan, by the way. After the first inning, Coach told them, hey, we're going up there bunting. And they bunt, and we have not been able to make a play. It's going to be a change defensively. Neal will come out. Robertson leaves behind the plate. He'll go to third base. Branch will go over to shortstop. Clardy comes to the mound. So it's 5-2. Bauxite on top. Third inning, Clardy warming up. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Back to the ballpark, 5-2 the score. Bauxite on top. Bauxite batted around so far in this inning. Austin Hillis, the ninth batter. Runners at the corners. Let's see if he squares the bunt on the new pitcher, Clardy. Here comes the pitch. He does. Lays it down, but it's foul for strike one. Still just one out, Jake, and Cardinals in a funk.
Yeah, bad funk. I don't
Put it back stream and see what happens. All right, we are trying to stream. If you are watching and can let us know if we have sound. We are between innings in the fourth. Clardy getting his warm-up tosses. Cardinals got a couple back in the fourth inning. It's 7-4. All right, we're back. We got sound, yes or no? Looks like we do. Fantastic. You are back on. There's sound. Yes, working. Yay. Thanks for fixing. I didn't fix it, just turned it off and on. That's what you do. People come to, my iPhone ain't working. Turn it off. Turn it back on. Nah, we're working. We're glad we are. It's 7-4. Clardy back on the mound. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning, and a ball lifted out to center field. That's A.J. Alsobrook. We've not been able to tell you the defensive changes in the game.
Looks like Martavis is at short now.
So A.J. Smith came out. He got hit in the head in the bottom of the third inning. He stayed in the game then, but he's out. So that moved Gunnar Branch over to second base. Martavius to shortstop. A.J. Alsobrook comes in place of Smith and is in center field. He makes the catch there to the pitcher, Jackson Lindsay. And it's one out here in the fifth inning. One out here in the fourth inning, pardon me. There's a strike from Clardy to Easton Dinwiddie. He walked and scored a run, struck out in the first inning. There's a pitch that drops below the zone for ball one. And that ball is going to hit Dinwiddie and put him on base for the second time this afternoon. He walked in the third, gets hit here in the fourth.
Number 6, Caleb Goins.
Just got to talk just for a brief moment with Coach Lester, former coach of the El Dorado Wildcats, now the head coach of the newly South Arc baseball team in El Dorado. I need to ask him what their mascot is. I don't remember. Seems like I read it. Do you know?
I didn't even know they was having a.
It's brand new, and they hired Coach Lester. He's here watching a couple of players. Square to bunt is Caleb Goins. He bunted his last time up, got on by error. We want to double check our sound is working. If someone can, again, just post in our comments, our live chat that it's working, we would appreciate it because it all looks good from our perspective.
We're dealing with some sun issues.
My goodness.
Our computer is just, you can't even hardly touch it.
It's a little hot. Here's the pitch. Ball fouled off. The runner was going. But Goins fouls it off behind our dugout. It is working. Thank you very much. You can go back here to our broadcast now. Well, it's a 1-2 count, one out. Runner at first base. Clardy, who pitched yesterday, gets a swing and a miss and a strikeout of Caleb Goins. A big pitch right there here in the fourth inning. 2 outs now, and that brings up Dawson Goins. He had an RBI single through the left side of the infield in the third. The second place Magnolia Panthers have arrived, getting ready to play Nashville. That game will happen after ours, determining who wins the region and who is the number 1 seed. We're playing for the number 3 seed right now against Bauxite. Goins, this is Dawson Goins, has an 0-1 count against him. Clardy steps off. Looks the runner back at first. The pitch coming. Ball lifted, foul, and out of play. Now forgive me, Jake, and I may need to ask Wes because you may not be familiar. I thought if you stepped off with a runner on first, you had to throw to first?
Not if you step off the back of the mound.
Step off the back of the mound.
If you make a turn
gotcha.
for a pick.
Thank you.
And you do have to throw.
Breaking pitch, popped foul again. Goins has an 0-2 count. 7-4. Bauxite on top. They took the lead with 7 runs in the third. Nice little game plan they took into the third inning. Took advantage of some mistakes. There's strike 3, though, from Clardy on the inside corner. Goins is down on strikes, looking, and the Cardinals are out of it. So no hits, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the top of the 5th inning, 7-4 our score. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Back at Wilson Park in Nashville, the 4A South Regional Tournament. Third place game, the Cardinals and the Miners. Robertson pops it up. Second baseman. That's Smith, he's there. Excuse me, that's Matthews, he's there. Makes the catch for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 5th inning. So Robertson down, brings up Trip O'Hara. He flew out to the right fielder in the 3rd inning with the bases loaded. Takes strike 1 on the inside. He lays down a bunt. That's going to go back to the pitcher. Pitcher fields it cleanly, throws across. Not real sure why we're bunting there. I don't know that call or don't understand. We need base runners, I get it, but one swing of the bat and we put a run on the board with Tripp. Don't see that being the best play, but that's the play that was made. Pitcher made a good play, and that brings up Michael Sewell. He started things off in the 4th inning with a long double to center field. He takes strike 1 on the inside corner.
Need another long double from him right here.
He takes a ball up and out. One count. Another ball high and outside. 2-1 count. That ball misses way outside. Catcher had to slide over to keep it in front. 3-0 count to the number 7 batter, Michael Sewell, playing left field this afternoon. Lindsey comes back inside on the inside corner of the plate. Fastball strike, full count now. Oh, excuse me, 3-1 count. No, 3-2, yeah, that's right, the scoreboard's wrong. Breaking pitch hangs a little bit. Sewell just gets a piece of it. Sewell, a junior. The umpire cannot catch the baseball. Thomas has thrown it to him twice.
He put it right in his hand. And Coach Carmody is saying, hand it to him.
Here comes the 3-2. Breaking pitch, ball hit to the second baseman, Matthews. Fields it cleanly, throws across, and the out is made. So the Cardinals go very quietly here in the fifth. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the fifth, 7-4. Bauxite on top. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball on YouTube. Jonathan Wolf, Jake Morgan, Wes O'Hara. Glad to be bringing you this baseball game on a beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Nashville. There's a base hit out to Noah. Hung up there, and A.J. was playing a little bit in. Boy, I tell you what, he was playing a little more in than I expected, Jake. Makes the catch on the line drive off the bat of Jackson Regan.
Looks like he's playing about midway, you know, in the grass, but he's got the speed to get to the fence on something high.
Pitch from Clardy is outside and in the dirt. Ball 1 to Ethan Matthews. Clardy's third inning of work. He throws a little breaking pitch. Outside and low, ball 2. So it's a case of another inning hurting the Cardinals. A third. There's a base hit. Robertson, he catches it on the line drive. A hard shot. Robertson jumped. He didn't have to. He thought he was going to have to. That ball stayed right there on the line.
A lot of curve on it. Curve right back down to him.
So 2 quick outs here in the 6th inning. Kind of brings back memories of the Monticello game, Jake. 1 inning killed us.
1 inning.
Right now, 1 inning's killing us here. Swing and a miss. That was Austin Hillis. He couldn't lay off the high fastball from Clardy. Looked like he tried to throw a breaking pitch there, and it just never broke. Stayed up. That one, a fastball high, and Hillis fouls it off to the right side. McKinney behind the plate. He came in a little while ago when Smith left the game. Breaking pitch, ball hit out to the gap in left center field. That's going to go all the way to the fence. That'll be a double at least. Ball bounces around. Sewell picks it up, throws it in, misses his cutoff man. I tell you, that's something the Cardinals are going to have to work on. That's twice, at least 2 times today. We've just picked the ball up and thrown it in. We've not even considered where the cutoff man is. So Hillis has not an RBI double, but just a double with 2 outs. Fundamental baseball. Pretty important. Cost us some games this year. Aiden Palmer to the plate. He pops one foul back behind us here. Clardy checks, now comes home. Fouled off the catcher, McKinney. It's an 0-2 count. That one a little bit high. McKinney tried to frame it there.
He tried to get it down there.
Looks like, again, another breaking pitch that just didn't have any bite to it. So it's a 1-2 count, 2 outs. Runner at second. Clardy checks. Now he's going to come home. Foul ball off the bat of Aiden Palmer. Palmer walked and scored. He had a 2 RBI single back in the third, rather. That was all in the same inning. I scratched that number. Hate it when the book rolls over, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are in the 5th. It's 7-4. McKinney calling for the high fastball. He gets it.
Got him.
And Palmer goes down swinging. So they leave a runner stranded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base for the Miners. We go to the top of the 6th. 7-4 our score. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Top of the 6th inning, the Cardinals, they have 6 outs to work with. Kevin Fain is the first batter for the Cardinals here in the 6th. He takes ball 1 outside. Cardinals need to get some base runners. There's a line drive to the shortstop. Goins makes the catch, out number 1.
Do nothing about those hits.
Rashard Clardy comes to the plate. He had a bunt single, scored a run in the 3rd, grounded out to the 3rd baseman in the 4th. First pitch he sees is a breaking pitch from Lindsey.
It's a little higher than what he's usually been calling, but
pitch inside, ball 1. There's a ball. It's going to be a base hit over the second baseman's head. Looked like it was a little bit of a jam off the inside of the bat, but we'll take base runners, and that brings us to the top of the order. In Martavius Thomas, he's 1 for 3. The schools participating in this regional baseball tournament are members of the Arkansas Activities Association, is authorized by their school boards. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the AAA. Check on the runner back at first base. He's safe. Time for the Cardinals offense to get going. They've scored 4. Need 4 more. There's a breaking pitch, slow looping breaking pitch. Thomas turns around and smiles. Not sure he was expecting that. He digs back in. Clardy with the lead. Now a quick check on him back to first. He's safe. Also Brook in the on-deck circle. He came in for Smith. last inning in the lineup. Here's the pitch. Thomas gets hit on the right knee. That ball just ran in, and Thomas is on the ground.
Like right on the bone.
I'm telling you, and that is a painful place to be. Coach Keith out to check on his center fielder.
Slash shortstop now.
It's slash shortstop. That's right. He came in to play shortstop. We'll hope he's okay and get up and get on down the base and doesn't affect him. There he goes. He's running. He's running it off. It may look like he's running without any pain, but I bet you it hurts.
Anything to the knee.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. I took a bat. We were playing softball in Jonesboro, and I come walking out of the dugout, and the guy that had just gotten out had a bat in his hand, and he had the barrels hanging. You know, he's holding about middle ways, and the tip of the bat hit my knee in just the right spot that I collapsed and could not move for like 5 minutes. It just was incredible pain. I still have a little spot where, I mean, it wasn't like he was swinging it. It just a bump. He just got hit by mid-60s, low 70s fastball. Bauxite's going to bring in a new pitcher. This is Dawson Goins. He's the DH, but now he's pitching. Looks like we've got a defensive change in the outfield, too. We'll try to bring those to you.
The pitcher went back to first.
Let me read this one here. The Arkansas Activities Association, which is sponsoring this regional baseball game, is a voluntary nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be most desirable for high school youth. Beautiful Saturday afternoon. I've been waiting on the Arkansas flag out in center field to blow off the pole. It has
sure stood straight out.
Pretty much just been pretty much blowing nonstop. The American flag seems to be holding on a little bit better, but that Arkansas flag just keeps on just right there. Playing left field, Jackson Wiegand. Is that what he said? See if I can find their
what
lineup.
Was the first pitcher's name?
The first pitcher's name was, yes, that's right. That's Jackson Regan. Not Wiegand. Yeah, okay. It's hard to hear. So Regan goes from first base to left field. The pitcher, Lindsey, goes from the pitcher's mound back to first base. And the DH is now the pitcher. So Hunter Farrell is out of the ball game. He was the designated player playing left field. So Clardy will be on second. Thomas is on first. Tying run to the plate in A.J. Alsobrook with one out here in the sixth inning. So Goins digs in for his first pitch. Alsobrook ready to bat here with a chance to move some runners over, get a run in, do some positive for the Cardinals. We need it right now in the sixth. Here's the pitch. He squares the bunt. Pulls it back just in time. I didn't think he did. I kept watching the umpire, wondering what he was going to do, but it was a ball high outside. Goins throws a little bit harder than what we've seen today. Pretty big kid out there on the mound, too. He steps off. Coach Lester sitting here, as I mentioned, the new head coach of the South Ark baseball team. They're called the Stars. We hope they'll have a good start to their season next year, I believe. Here comes the pitch from Goins. Inside fastball for a strike. Also, Brooke gave up on that one a little early, but would have been a tough one. He could have turned on, but it was a little bit inside. So it's a 1-1 count here. Goins brings it home. That went a little further inside.
Same spot.
That was a 2-1 count. Gunnar Branch, he's been hit by a pitch twice today. He would like a chance to hit here with runners on. Ball
There.
fisted.
Oh, and he missed it.
He missed it. He
Nothing
missed
you
it
can do
on
about
purpose.
that.
It's a double play. I don't think he missed it on purpose at all. I think it was intentional. The umpires do not call it. He let that ball drop. It was a smart heads-up play, but he let that ball drop. It's a good play. You know, the rule is, and Coach Keith is trying to get them to turn that around, that it should have been an infield fly.
He's not going to because it was.
It was not. It was more of a line drive than a fly ball. But the shortstop, he made the play. He let the ball drop, and the double play is made. So the Cardinals' inning is done. They leave one stranded. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-4 in favor of Bauxite. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Cardinals trail 7-4 against Bauxite, the consolation game, the third place game here at the 4A South Regional. Clardy back on the mound. A bunt laid down. It's a beauty. That's going to be a base hit. No throw to be made. Junior Acosta, the catcher, laid down a beautiful bunt. He's on base. Bringing up Jackson Lindsay, the first baseman. He'll bat with no outs and a runner on first base. It's a courtesy runner. Did not get his name. Here's a bunt popped up. Carson behind the plate. Cannot make the catch. Update from the Lady Cardinals. They are down 5-0. Bottom of the 5th, the last report. Not sure what time that text came through. Harmony Grove's winning their ball game. By a score of 7-2 in the second, or they were. That's been a little bit ago. That ball missed outside, apparently. So it's a 1-1 count to Lindsay. 7-4 the score here. Runner at first base and no outs. Clardy, long look. Now he comes home. Tempted the bunt. Runner's going to go to second. He is going to be thrown out. A great play by Carson McKinney. The ball popped out of his glove. It was a kind of a delayed steal when he saw the ball got away from McKinney. McKinney made a great throw, and Thomas caught it. made the tag, and that is a big out here in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss, and Lindsay goes down on strikes. So things turned around here in the 6th. 2 outs now. And so we're at the top of the order, and Easton Dinwiddie been on base a couple of times. He takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Cardinals, they'll have the middle of the order. There's a base hit out to left field. Sewell keeps it in front, and Dinwiddie's on. They'll have the middle of the order in Branch, McKinney, Robertson. Anyone reaches O'Hara, they're going to need at least 3 runs to tie if they can get out of this inning without any runs scoring. Base hit right there off the bat of Dinwiddie is a hard shot. Line drive out to left field. That brings up Caleb Goins, the shortstop. The ball popped. That's out to the second baseman. Branch is there, shields the sun, makes the catch, and the Cardinals are out of it. So it comes down to the 7th inning again. Do they have enough for a comeback today? 7-4 our score, Bauxite on top. We go to a break. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Seventh inning of a baseball game here in Nashville, the 4A South Regional. The Arkansas Activities Association is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of State High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for the inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility, which corresponds to those recommended by the National Federation. Do the Cardinals have what it takes to come back? 7-4 our score. Gunnar Branch is at the plate, takes strike 1 from Dawson Goins. It's an 0-1 count, no outs. Start of the 7th inning. Had to come back yesterday, or at least tried to. That Gunnar has been hit 3 times now. Gunnar has been hit 3 times in a row. Well, I guess all we can say is take advantage of it. Make them pay with the bat. McKinney comes to the plate. He is 1 for 3. Here comes the pitch from Goins. It's a ball tapped out towards the shortstop. That might be a base hit if he can get there in a hurry. No, it's an out. Runner does go up to second base, though. That was a good play by Caleb Goins, the shortstop. He had to come way in to get that. Fielded it. But it's 1 out. And that brings up Logan Robertson. 1 out now. Need another base runner. Robertson is 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. Goins, long look, now comes home. There's a base hit. That's going to score a run as it goes down the left field line all the way to the fence. Robertson's going to end up on second base, and that will bring the tying run to the plate in Trip O'Hara. So a big double by Robertson Gets him an RBI, gets the Cardinals a run. It's 7-5. Bauxite, one out here. And I hope to goodness we don't see Tripp bunt this time. Because he could tie this game up if he can find the right pitch and connect. Here comes the pitch from Goins in the dirt. He overthrew that one. It's a 1-0 count. Michael Sewell on deck. Long look by Dawson Goins and the pitch, and Tripp tried to tie it. I think his head was over here somewhere when that pitch run inside, like you said, and he just got around on it a little bit too much. And it is a strike, 1-1 count. Here comes the next one. That ball just about hits Tripp. It's 2-1 now. They don't want to walk and get the tying run on base. You would think Tripp would see something here in the next pitch or two. Here's the pitch. There it is. It's popped up. I think Tripp was looking for something else. He just kind of a defensive swing there, hits it to the backstop.
Definitely needs his eyes on the ball this swing here.
All right, here we go, Tripp. Come on, baby.
Something with some spin on it.
Here's the pitch. Yep, it is, and it's a strikeout. He watched it all the way. It was a beautiful pitch. You called it, Jake. That brings up Michael Sewell. He's the last hope for the Cardinals at this point. He is the tying run. He has a double. He struck out and he grounded out to second base. Cardinals trail 7-5 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Bauxite scored all their runs in 1 inning. 5 errors by the Cardinals. Here's the pitch. Sewell watches one for strike 1. Here comes the next one. Sewell swings. Big cut right there. He misses. Strike 2. 0-2 count now. Robertson stands on second base. He had an RBI double. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's in there. Ooh, it's in there just a little bit low, I guess. That's a pitch he's called a strike a couple of times today.
Several times.
I think the pitcher, Goins, wanted to know where that missed. I think most everybody in the in the stadium wondered where that missed. But it's a break for the Cardinals. 1-2 count. Watch the spinner here. There it is. Strike 3. Cardinals go down looking in the last 2 outs. And that's the way this one will end. The Cardinals lose 7-5 in the 3rd place game. They came in a number 1 seed. They'll leave a number 4 seed going into the state tournament. Cardinals did not look good in the last 2 games, committing several errors, making some mental mistakes, and just not playing good baseball. We'll hope that through the next week they'll turn things around and get ready for the state tournament. State tournament starts next Thursday. That's up in Morrilton. The Cardinals will be a 4 seed. And we'll find out about a game time. I'm not sure who they'll be playing. But a disappointing way to end this one. They started the tournament 14-1 winners over Arkadelphia, lose yesterday after falling way behind because of some misplays. They fall to the Scrappers yesterday. And then today in the 7th inning, Bauxite took advantage of some bunting. They bunted about 5 or 6 times throughout the inning. Cardinals misplayed several balls, 4 errors, another misplay, and Bauxite was able to put 7 across in the inning. That was the difference. 7-5 is our score. Well, again, we want to remind you, state tournament's next Thursday up in Morrilton. This is our final broadcast, as we are not going to be able to broadcast from state. We hope you have enjoyed the broadcast. Hopefully it's gone as good as we could have made it, or surely has, and maybe we'll see how things might improve next year. But we appreciate all those that hung around. We thank Jim Golden Ford Lincoln for the camera, home plate cam. We thank Harrison's Carpet Cleaning for the first and third base cameras. I thank Jake Morgan and Wes O'Hara for all the help that they've been. It's been a lot of fun, Jake, and
Yes, it
disappointing
has.
way to finish
Yeah.
our broadcast, but there's still a lot to play for the Cardinals.
That's right. They got several days to practice and get their heads back in it.
Yep,
Go to Morrilton and win some ball games.
Gonna have to do it, and still everything in front of them. They still got that opportunity to win state. But a disappointing way to lose out here, losing to Bauxite by a final of 7-5. So for Wes O'Hara, Jake Morgan, I'm Jonathan Wolf. We've enjoyed it this year. It's been a great year of Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball. If you can get up and root them on at the tournament, we encourage you to do that. That's next Thursday. But for us, this is it. So long from Nashville, so long for the season. Go Cards, and we are done. Have a great rest of your day.